What's up, Joe?
Doing good.
Yeah, man. Playing lots of golf.
That's good.
Loads of golf.
Lovely.
I think I've got a bit disconnected though, so it'll be interesting to see where you think I'm at. I'm not going to say what I think is wrong.
No, we'll have a look. How's it been going?
Still scoring terribly. Just
Okay.
so inconsistent.
But you're still you're playing, which is good.
Playing a lot.
Scoring comes from playing.
I feel like it's been like 2 or 3 years. My scoring hasn't improved at all in like 2 or 3 years. Like looking at my scorecards, it's
Feel you stalled.
yeah.
How do you feel you can break that barrier? What do you where do you feel like you're
Just
losing
consistency.
shots?
As in I've in like 2 weeks ago, I was like, fuck this. I was like, I'm getting out my old hybrid, which I just stopped using.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can hit it. And for a round, I played like 10 holes with Theo.
Yeah.
So I pushed him around in the pram, and I just made myself use on pretty much every hole. And by the end of the round, I was like, okay, cool, I actually can hit this club. Do you know what I mean? It was just like a
Bit of a confidence build.
yeah. As in, it's nothing in particular. Like, as in now, obviously the ball's traveling really far. So like, no excuse not to get more greens. I still barely hit any greens in regulation. What is my?
Well, it's actually that works in both ways,
It's about
doesn't it?
26%. Yeah, 26% still.
Yeah, see, that actually works both ways because if it firms up, the ball rolls further, but then it's harder to stop it on the green.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm barely getting it to the green most times anyway to have the opportunity.
fine.
But
So
that's a bit of a lie.
just in regards to scoring then, so do you feel like you are, so when you miss a green,
Yeah.
are you getting up and down?
Not as much as I feel I used to.
Yeah, so that's, so
So I understand I need to spend like a few hours at Cumberwell or whatever,
Yeah,
and
that's
just
what I was
like
gonna say.
which I've been doing. Like I was here the other day because I know you got the new mats over there, which is gorgeous. And I think I must have hit about 100 balls, and I'd say less than 10 of them missed the green. Do you know what I mean? Which
is good
Yeah,
from
and
that
that was me messing about as well.
Yeah.
I'd say 6 of them were me just trying to do it by pitching wedge instead. So I'd say I missed like less than 1 in 20 from that like short area.
Yeah, so because obviously, if you're not hitting enough, like think about the logistics there. So if you don't hit enough greens in regulation, to score, you've got to try and get up and down.
Yeah.
So worst case, you're making bogey.
Yeah.
You should be making par it.
Yeah.
Probably best case. Chip and you make birdie. So it's interesting. Just spend a bit of time now. The weather's better. We're coming doing some short game stuff. When you do short game stuff, make sure you hit different club selections, different lies. Try and work to a 6 foot radius, 6 foot circle.
Yeah.
That's where, because if you can get it inside 6 foot, you've got a chance of getting up and down.
Yeah.
Worst case, you're making this bogey. So, yeah. So as a scoring point of view and kicking your game on, like I said, if you've stalled a little bit over the last couple of years, just feel like you just spend a bit more time on the short game.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, by hitting the ball better, you're not going to gain as many shots in a round as getting up and down.
Yeah,
more
that's a
often.
nice way to think about it.
It's a different way to think about it. All right.
Yeah.
So swing wise, then, mate. So how are we going on swing wise? Feel a bit
Sometimes
disconnected.
left, sometimes right. Yeah, I rewatched a bunker video of ours the other day. It must have been like 2 years ago, and I think we're in that bunker down there, and you were talking about just swing with the body.
Use the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
And then I hit my bunch shot's been perfect ever since. I think I've taken that then into my game a bit more because I think I was getting a bit armsy. But I just need to work out how I feel like I get here unless I really think about like body and hips. I still feel like my arms just come over the top.
Okay.
There's nothing worse when I'm on like a 350 yard par 4 and I've got that hybrid in hand, which should be like a 200 yard plus shot.
Yeah.
And then I just come down. I feel like I just over the top of the ball and it just spikes off to the right.
Yep.
But it just feels very inconsistent.
Okay.
So I got a 6 iron at the moment.
Yeah. So what we'll do, mate. So have a few to get yourself going.
Yeah.
So yeah, just make sure you're 8. So if you can go at the 200 marker there, mate.
Yeah.
Where the blue one is.
Right there, yeah.
What's the strike been like, mate?
So last time we had a lesson, we talked about me trying to stand up taller out of it. I found that really hard to like take. I felt like I tried it for a while, and then I kind of not stopped thinking about it. Well, I then just played for a while, so I don't know if interesting if I am doing it or I'm not doing it.
Okay.
But I feel like I I feel like I haven't been able to spend enough time on it.
Yeah.
Only because the weather's been so nice, I've been playing a lot more.
Yeah. Chop.
That felt good. I purposely chose a 6-iron because I probably don't use a 6-iron enough. So
Yeah, cool. No, that's fine. Shot. Any kind of major feel there that you
that particular shot, or what do I think I'm doing generally?
That particular one.
No, my brain was completely blank then when I hit that ball.
Cool.
It's quite nice. That was even better.
So you said left and right. Is there a bias to which way?
I still feel I have like a natural. The weird thing is, I'm not hitting it all that badly at the moment.
No? Good.
Like, I don't, as in there's the odd time, a few times I find like I'm catching it and I'm catching stuff a bit toey and then it like spins off right, it spins off left. So I feel like I'm not missing it right as much as I used to at all. But it'd be nice to know what I'm not doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so in my head, my swing feels like I'm like this, no hip turn whatsoever, and then the arms just come over the top. It feels like I'm pulling the club that way, like loads. Which when I was there the other day, I was like did a few chips, and then I was like, I could hear your voice being like, I remember doing a chip in lesson a while ago. And you're like, no, it needs to be over here, and I was just like doing this chip, and every time I was just like, fuck, I was like my hands are over there. So it feels like my hands are over there. So it feels like I'm still leant over like this maybe as I'm hitting it. I'm not sure.
There's one thing you touched on there, especially through the ball, which I don't particularly like within what you do. And I just feel there's a certain position you get into which causes too much inconsistency in regards to direction.
Okay.
I don't think you're able to control the club as well as you probably could do.
Yeah.
Just hit a couple more for me. I just want to see a couple face on. So that's like
to the right.
But that's the sort of thing. So look, think you've hit a couple there which have gone down the left side almost towards the left rough.
Yeah.
And then you've blasted a few out right. Okay. So one thing, I'll show you the video in a minute. Now one thing that we've never really discussed about, to be honest with you, and I think it's a good time to tackle this so you feel you have stalled a little bit, is, and it's probably the wrong time to do this because you're playing quite a bit, but it's fine, you're going to be practicing.
Yeah, I'll do loads of practice.
Your left arm, right?
Yeah.
So your left arm is so important in the golf swing. Okay. It helps you control club face angle because it's connected to your left wrist and your hands and so forth.
Yeah.
And if the left arm, left elbow, left forearm sits in a position which is incorrect, you're going to struggle to control club face. And that's what I'm seeing at the moment. I'm seeing a big disparity between left and right, and potentially you think it might be disconnection, and I would agree to that to some extent, but it's not disconnection on the backswing.
Okay.
I'm actually quite happy with how you've got the club in the backswing. For me, it's that left arm through the ball. Now what you do is you create, as you come in, you create a position where this left elbow gets this way. Now the problem with that, you either have to flip it back and you turn it over, or you hold it off and you get the big rights. If you find a timing with it, you're okay.
Yeah.
Right? As I swing through, for me, watch my left arm. What do you notice about that?
Low and down.
Good. So low and sits more into kind of just above my rib cage. So as I swing through, that left arm sits more in front of me, not out and away. Okay? You watch this. Two videos here. So as you swing down, so there's a disconnection. Look at your left elbow.
Yeah.
This is a massive sticking point. There, there, there. Okay? Problem is with that, can't control the club face at impact from there, because the left wrist is all a bit all over the place, the left elbow's all over the place, and it's swinging away from the body. Watch the left side of your body. Look at that. So you can see from there that this isn't in a particularly good position.
Yeah.
It's all a bit out of sorts. Okay. So what we'd like to see, and what I'd like to get you doing, is actually controlling your left arm, left elbow, left wrist.
Yep.
So as you swing through, this left elbow should sit more in and under. But then what that's going to do, right, Paul, is that's going to allow you to turn more through your body. Okay, so this left elbow is going to stay in. You're that way.
Yeah, I'm blocking.
Yeah. So as you come through, your left elbow gets away, and then it's very difficult to control it. Mine would sit a lot more in and under. Okay, so I'm going to put you in that position. So if you set yourself up for me. All right. So just make a. So just don't make. That's it. Just a very small follow through. Very slow. Right. So effectively, this has to fold. So bend this. So can you bend that even more? More in here. Okay. So still stays out in front of you, but then keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. There. So this elbow is now sat more underneath you.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of coming out and away from you. There. So your left elbow is folding underneath you. That's it. Now you can then start to get your body turning a little more to stay
on the way through.
Because if you think about it, if your left elbow comes away and you've got to kind of find a strike and find the club face, your body turns a bit delayed. Okay, and this is probably why, again, maybe tied into a little bit of not hitting enough greens, is that just don't control the club faces well enough.
Yeah.
So just make a few proper swings for me without the ball for a minute, and I want to see that left elbow sit more under your left pec. That's better. Do that again. Yeah, good. Right, let me chuck that on video and you'll see the big difference there. So you'll see it on your camera as well. Right, just set yourself up. Hold that there a minute, mate. Let me just get my camera in place. Okay, good. So don't hit it. Right, so up we go. Fold the left elbow under and through. Okay, come and have a look at this. So if I do a little comparison, first to last. Alright, you ready? So, this one here, look at that, opposed to,
yeah.
Right, so you can see that the club exits first. What do you notice about your posture?
Yeah, more upright as well.
I think that's why you were struggling with what you were doing.
Okay.
Because your left arm was moving in a way that wasn't allowing you to get your body up and out the shot. That is the move I want to see. Let me do it again here. You ready? Good. Perfect backswing. Love that. This is as in left elbow folds under you, club pops out, hands go, elbow comes out last.
Yeah, completely different finish.
I mean, that is like absolutely spot on, mate. Okay. Let's get you to hit a few. Just with the main focus being on that left elbow. That's it. Good. So you don't just hit it as hard with your hands because your body's going to turn. Right, let's go for it. So left elbow stays more under you. Now that, Paul,
yeah, that felt so crisp.
Bloody brilliant. How you've controlled the club there as well, club face, because of that, is chalk and cheese.
Yeah, the noise in the field was so much nicer then.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to hit it as hard because you can just use your body turn to work a little bit more. Look how good that is, mate.
I still didn't feel quite perfect.
Should we have a little look at that? Just as a little bit of a recap. Here we go. So this is the one you just hit. Great delivery. Club face control is pretty good. Yes. Elbows crept a little
bit.
Little bit.
But not the same as before. Yeah, more upright as well. Very nice.
Real kind of key this, mate. This is it's a bit more bloody brilliant.
Yeah, it feels very straight.
So you can see just by doing that how you can start to control the club and more importantly the club face better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that felt lovely.
Mate, that's the best swing I've ever seen you make.
Yeah, that felt right on point.
So think about the last 4 you've just hit. Brand new feel.
Yeah.
Brand new move. How far apart do you reckon those balls are?
Yeah, not far.
3 yards at most.
Yeah.
I reckon you had 70 yards in your left to right earlier.
Yeah.
Furthest left to furthest right.
Yeah, it felt better again. I feel more, it feels like a more relaxed swing. It feels less, it feels like,
Brilliant.
Maybe because I'm having to think about the elbow, I feel like it's more
Well, I think what it is, mate, is you're right, because that left elbow, when that left elbow comes out, you've got to like flick the club and try and hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now you're just allowing your body, left arm stays under, club squares up, body just turns.
Yeah.
Completely different. Lovely finish.
Yeah, it felt nice again. A little bit left, but still felt good.
But again, like if that's the left one, you're 5 yards left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have liked.
That was all. It felt nice. Like the impact was nice.
Elbow's gone out.
Yeah.
So that one there, I can see your elbow pop out your left side.
Okay.
Then the club's gone.
Okay.
Didn't quite like that one.
Okay. It's still the face was good.
Yeah.
To what I've been doing
Just
previously.
remember, keep the left arm tucked more under. Good move.
That felt on point again, but maybe a bit left elbow. Oh, that felt so nice, that shot. Come on.
Just very quickly, show you that one. The one before. Ready? Look how smooth it is. Good move. Okay, you ready? Good. 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 Perfect delivery.
Yeah, it's actually coming from the line, which is nice.
You're not over the top, mate.
Okay.
Nowhere near it. Ready? Club exits first. Close.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's definitely more upright, isn't it?
I like that a lot.
My goal in life is just to be a sub 10, like 9.9 is fine.
Yep.
And to have a golf swing that whenever I hit a ball, people are like,
That's a decent swing.
Because I do have that. I played at a simulator the other day with like 12 guys, and they were all like, your swing is so nice. And I was like, in my head, I was like, good, that's what I want. But I know it's not right yet, do you know what I mean? But I just want to have a beautiful swing.
Yeah.
For the rest of it, I want to be able to beat Theo until he's like 15, 16 at least, you know what I mean? Like, I want the day he beats me, because he'll have such a perfect swing. Like, as in, he'll definitely get lessons with you. He's going to be absolutely picture perfect.
Right, no. So again, just rehearse the process, right?
Yeah.
So, like I said, the big thing here is if you let your left elbow start to work away that way, your left wrist then has to control the club either shut or open or square, which is very difficult to do. If you can keep your left arm under and fold your left elbow, you can just turn onto it and the face controls itself. Just make a little backswing for me again. Okay, so start to swing down. So hold that there. So let this fold and the club goes up that way. Right? So your hands, you're gonna feel like your hands, if anything, swing a little closer to your left ear.
Yeah.
Good. So that left arm folds off, yeah? Mate, that's spot on.
Yeah, it felt nice.
It's just effortless.
And that's like when I hit a pitching wedge, it feels like this. Do you know what I mean? Like when I hit a 6-iron, it doesn't. And I don't.
So you know earlier you said about you were pitching and you said, right, get the club over there.
Yeah, it felt really left.
Felt left. Why do you think it felt left? Think about your left arm.
Yeah.
Did you say you've been getting a few toe strikes?
Yeah, definitely. So I played 10 this morning. I also played, what day is it? Tuesday. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
I also played yesterday morning as well.
Golf life.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, if you think about this logically, your left arm starts to buckle. And we'll call it buckling. If your left arm buckles, which way is that going to move the club? Through the ball.
Yeah, out and left.
Out and left, okay? Now, if the club's swinging out and left, first and foremost, you're going to force the strike more towards the toe.
Yeah.
Secondly, the club is obviously going to finish more over here.
Yeah.
So it's harder to control direction. When you let your left elbow fold, you can actually keep the hand line and the club going down the target line. Which then helps you catch the ball more out the middle.
It does feel very foreign at the moment. It feels nice, but it doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel natural.
It doesn't look
repeatable.
Foreign. It looks proper. Big quick turn on that. Okay. So you got your left arm in not a bad place, but you just got to make sure you still keep turning on it. Brilliant. Love that.
I've just employed a girl for next year that plays off like a 17, 18 handicap. I was like, willing to go out and play golf?
Yeah, nice.
So, quite fun.
Where does she play golf?
She's a university student. She's just doing a placement year with her. I was like, what's your sports? At Bath University.
Bath, yeah.
That's fun.
Very good.
Also playing Bowood in just over a month's time as well.
That's in mint nick at the moment.
Oh, really?
I was chatting to a guy who played there last week. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be on points. I'm playing against my accountant, so it should be quite fun.
There we go. Say,
okay.
If I can beat you, won't pay for me tax return.
Yeah.
If you win, I'll pay you double.
Yeah, right.
That's pressure. Let's go and keep turning on it, left arm tuck. Good.
Yeah, that felt like a really nice strike.
Okay. So one thing I'll be just a little bit careful of is what you don't want to do is keep the left elbow tuck and then flip your wrists over.
Okay.
So you want to effectively keep your left elbow folding. The left wrist should just naturally stay square. If you start to keep your left elbow tuck and flip your left wrist, you're going to get that kind of overdraw. So I would say the left.
So don't want to be.
No, because you flip it. The hand should just naturally release off.
Okay.
If your left wrist starts to flick, that's probably a little bit of a byproduct of what you're doing, a bit of the remnants of what was happening before.
So if I get a few that are, if I feel like I'm doing the action right, but the ball's gone left, then keep an eye on what the wrist is in.
Flip your left wrist over, yeah. So you've literally just got to turn on it a bit more, keep your left elbow under.
Okay.
Brilliant, mate, that's your best swing you've made today. So good. So good.
Again, it still feels like I'm hitting like an 80% swing almost.
Well, I think part of that is because you're so used to hitting it with your hands. If that left elbow comes away, you've got to flip your hands and kind of hit it with your hands.
Yeah.
Which is where I think your inconsistency was coming from in regards to not being able to control the club face. Whereas now, you're able to swing, to you it feels a lot slower, but you're actually getting more energy onto the ball because you're flighting it better and it's more middle contact. Excellent.
I feel like if I just had you with me the whole time, I think I'd be a pro golfer in about a year. Because every time we have a lesson,
put that on the gram.
Yeah, right. But like every time we have a lesson, I do like connect right back up again, hit well. And annoyingly, I know I recorded the lesson. I didn't actually listen to the last lesson back. Fair enough. That's what I always do. So
but I think as well, mate. Like you got to remember. So what I can do is I can get you moving in the right way in the moment in time. It's being able to hold on to that information and keep doing it. I always say as well, mate, so when do you feel like you need a golf lesson? As a player, when would you book a golf lesson?
Sorry, explain the question again.
So if you were to let's say that you were to play full-time golf.
Yeah.
Right? So you're playing golf every day.
Yeah.
When would you choose to have a lesson?
As in, I guess I'd mix it up into different areas, but at least one a week.
Okay.
If I was playing golf every day.
Would you want to have more of a lesson when you're playing bad or good?
In my head, when I'm playing badly.
Okay, that needs to flip. So to push down lower and lower handicap-wise and to break that barrier, you need to have tuition when you're hitting the ball as well as you possibly can. Because if you think about this logically, you come for a lesson today, struggling. Feel like you've hit a barrier, you're struggling.
Yeah.
I've made a few adjustments here to help you hit it better.
Mm-hmm.
If you go away and in 2 months' time you come back, I've lost that feel.
Yeah.
Your game's down here if you've lost the feel. If you come back in, you know, let's just say, I know with diaries and stuff don't quite marry up all the time, but let's just say in 3 or 4 weeks' time you come back and you're like, right, I've got a good feel of this, ball flight's going well, let's keep kicking on with that feel. Your level, you trend it at a higher level. You stay higher in regards to performance for longer.
Mm-hmm.
Golfers do this, they have a lesson, so they're down here, they have a lesson, things might dip a little bit, but then it gets better.
Yeah.
They then dip, they have a lesson down here. They go through that same process.
Yeah.
Best players in the world, here, they have a lesson, gets worse, gets better. They have a lesson here.
Mm-hmm.
Might dip a bit, they trend.
Yeah.
It's not always that progression, but it's...
No, I get what you mean.
The point I'm trying to make is, you're at a point with your golf now where you've got to really start to keep things at a higher level, to push through that barrier, to get your scoring right. And that might be around the short game, the putting, the long game.
Yeah.
No, left elbow came away. Okay. You can see it was a bit more hitty.
Yeah.
Okay, so just rehearse it. So again, up we go. Start to swing down. Right, there, fold. There, keep turning. There. Right, so the club's basically along your eye line. Okay. Hands are closer to your head. This is tucked more under. Yes. Okay, slight push. Not a bad swing though. Just make sure the body turns. Left elbow stays under. Bit of timing issue there, mate. Good. Okay, so just stop yourself there. So you again, it's all a bit out of sync.
Okay.
All right. Remember, the key here is your hands aren't going to work as quick.
Okay.
Because they don't need to. Because if your left elbow gets away, you don't have to hit it with your hands. This left elbow folds. Use more of your body turn. Okay, so you can turn through the ball with the hips, the legs, the body, the hands. The left arm stays in position. Very far. Good. Don't mind that as a golf shot for the minute.
Where did it go? Slightly right.
Slightly right.
Yeah, it felt back in the right connection.
Yeah, it was timed better. Make sure you get back through the ball, yeah? So that left arm's starting to sit in position. You've now got to make sure you've commit to the shot in regards to your full turn. Get the strike bang on, keep the turn. Brilliant. Absolutely exceptional.
Yeah, it felt quite, not quite thoughtless then, but not too many thoughts going through my head, which is good.
What I loved about that is you've actually, the left elbow's found the slot,
Okay.
left elbow's found the position, and then you've turned on and through the ball. Okay. A couple more with the 6 and we'll go up the bag a little bit.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, that
so
felt nice.
As a golf shot, right, mate? That's a push. That's about a 6-yard push. That's not a bad golf shot.
Yeah.
The bad golf shots are the one that slice right and hook left. That is like, as in hitting greens and getting more accurate with your iron play, or any of your clubs really. That's not a bad shot. Okay. Should we got the bag a little bit?
Yep. You choose a club. I'm happy. Whatever.
Let's go that sort of King hybrid there. Yeah, love that, mate.
Yeah, felt nice.
Very good. So same motion, exactly the same motion. I don't know if you notice as well, all your strikes are completely middled.
Okay, nice.
Do you like these clubs?
As I don't dislike it. I don't really. Yeah. I feel like again, I don't feel like I'm just hitting well enough to be knowing any different. Do you know what I mean? In my head,
get what you mean.
I could be using a pair of 80-year-old clubs and the same shit just keeps happening.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think again, I think this would be a big kind of key point for you today.
I've always been someone who's preferred to hit it softly and straight than like and long. Cause that's just never been my game. So I like what we've worked on today in terms of having it feel more chilled and like natural. Like the clubs, I want the club to do the work, not me.
Absolutely, mate. I just felt you flip that a little bit.
Okay.
So again, just let the left elbow fold under you. So get it under your kind of your left nipple as your elbow folds. Good.
That felt like that nice.
It's lovely.
Definitely very spin-free.
Yeah, and that's the key, isn't it? Because you're squaring the face back up. Okay. And as we saw in the studio when we were in there last lesson, your path is actually quite neutral. I think the times where your path goes a little bit off is where that left elbow really gets this way, and the club then pulls left.
I think I associate that with power. Maybe. I remember one time I was hitting drives super far and we had a lesson, you were like, your elbow's up here, and like in my head I was like, fuck's sake, I'm hitting like 280-yard drives. Yeah. But I just think I was just
But that was, that's like left elbow goes out, pure hand speed.
Yeah.
Right? I would say you're at a point now where we've got to get better. You've got to create power in a way that's going to help you also to control create power, but also control the ball flight.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't have to hit it as hard. Like, fine for what you were doing. It's got you down to a point, but now we've got to break that. We've got to get lower and lower, and we've got to score better and better. So you've got to control the ball flight better. Very good. Love that.
Yeah, that nice.
Excellent.
Maybe a little bit elbow up.
Yeah, elbow's just staying out and the face is staying a little open. Okay. So again, don't try and flip it. Just keep the left elbow tucked more. And then make sure full rotation with the chest and the hips out of the shot. Okay, close.
Yeah, I felt like I did that.
Close. Yeah, just a bit of a misstrike. Just a bit ground first, that one. Just in regards to strike, so you're hitting, there's a couple there where the ground is a little bit in the way of the ball, so to speak. I just make sure that you, so when, if you set yourself up to do that, Paul.
Yeah.
So ball position's fine. So when you hit hybrid, just start a little on your left with the weight. That's it, like 60%, 40%. And then just make sure you turn around that point, the left elbow under. See how much cleaner the contact is?
Yeah, that was nice.
I just feel when you play like fairway wood or hybrid off the deck, I always like to see players favouring the left side a little more. Because there's less loft than an iron on a hybrid or fairway wood, we'd actually see players just get a bit behind the ball, just try and help it up, and that's where the ground gets in the way.
Yeah.
So if you can just start a little left, 60-40, and then from there, just left elbow stays under, pivot around that point. That was great, that last one. Fran still playing?
Do you know what? I got her to the range last week.
Oh, did you? That's good.
I did. Because we go to Spain in about 8-9 weeks time.
Nice.
And there was a 9-hole course we played about 2 years ago. And I said, would you like to play it again? She said, yeah, maybe. So I said, look, let's go to the range once a week, just for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be nice, yeah.
So she did it 1 week. She bailed out last week. I should have let her out. So I just need to keep her accountable. But she was hitting it really well. But she just needs to understand that not every shot is going to go well.
No.
Like, she gets annoyed when one shot goes badly, and it's like, you've just seen me hit a shit shot, and not that I'd say it out loud, but like, I'm 10 times better than you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, you're absolutely right. But even the best golfers in the world. I mean, have you ever watched live golf?
Yeah, we watched the final of the Masters as a group the other day. It was sick,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
but like actually in person.
No.
Right, you go to a golf tournament. If you get a chance this year, go to the BMW at Wentworth or go somewhere.
Yeah.
You watch how many bad shots they hit. The thing is, right, when you watch golf on telly, they show you the best shots. Yeah? Unless it's something like the Masters where every shot is shown. But if you go watch a proper tournament, you'll see some players hit shots and you're like, that is terrible. But that doesn't get shown. So my point is, even the best golfers in the world hit bad shots.
Yeah.
It's how you recover from it. Yeah, they might duff a chip or thin a chip through the green, but then they'll hole out the next one, you know what I mean? It's how you recover from it.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Okay, keep going for me on this. Left. Shots. Great swing, great finish.
I felt very relaxed again. That felt like such a nice connection. A little bit left.
But you got to remember as well, Paul, like when we talk about a little bit left, that is 6 yards left to target with a hybrid, which has gone 200.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad golf shot at all. That was great.
So you really just want to feel that left elbow almost stays tucked in to the ribs.
Brilliant.
Okay. Yeah,
that's all I'm looking for at the moment because.
So I'm doing my old swing a sec. Yeah, I can feel that elbow just escape. Go on, just that's the old one.
It's better.
Yeah, it just keeps you all very connected, doesn't it? And
and like I said, you were right in regards to connection, but it's not connection in the backswing; it's connection through the ball.
Okay.
Again, just start with a little weight on the left. Just backed out of that one. Keep the weight on the left, keep the connection through the ball. Very good.
Not really good strike.
Yeah, little move was good. Just didn't quite get the motion. Right, hit one more with that.
Yeah.
Gonna hit a few drives. Brilliant. One of your best swings there, mate.
Yeah, that was
super job. Driver.
Yeah.
Same move.
Any pink tees?
What are you, pink ones?
Yeah, I can't even think.
Right, so just with this, actually I'm going to come forward a little bit, mate, just because the mat's a bit fluffy there.
Yeah.
So just think about and feel that move.
Hit me right in the head. I didn't turn too much, did it?
Mate, I'd be so happy with that. Yeah. That's like perfect shot for the first here.
Yeah.
Like 4 yards of fade.
that right. We lost that.
Straight.
Oh yeah, nice.
Fine.
Yeah, again, it feels very nice and chilled.
It's more of a swing. It's not a hit. It's a swing, and that's so important to remember. Is you're swinging the club, and the problem is, as I mentioned earlier, if your left elbow comes away, works out this way. See if I can do it on the camera. So if the left elbow works out here, you've then got to hit it.
Yeah.
Right, because this is a barrier. That left elbow can stay folded under, you can then just turn on it.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you good power, but controllable. All right. Good. Go on there.
Yeah, the nice thing about the elbow in is it feels like, unless my body does some work, that I can't get anywhere. So it's a nice byproduct of keeping the elbow in. Feels like I'm a bit stuck, so the body has to do some work.
Good.
In a nice way.
Yeah, it's less of a hit. It's more let the body rotate and
yeah. A little bit left to right.
A little bit left to right. Just be careful with your something very simple here, mate.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
note, your club face alignment.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're not towing it in. I think subconsciously you're just towing the club face in a little bit.
What do you mean by that?
So I'll show you. So, right. So if you just set yourself up to that.
Mm-hmm.
So subconsciously, I think. So as you set yourself up, you just flip it a little this way.
Okay.
Right. And then what happens is because it's shut, you have to open it back up at impact. So you go effectively closed to open.
Okay.
Just start with it a little bit more neutral.
So as in before gripping it?
Yeah, so just
turn the hand?
No, before gripping it. So just start with it like there, then grip it. Now as you come through, you can obviously make sure that the left elbow's staying within yourself as we've been doing, and the face should then start to gradually rotate back closed. But don't start with it shut because you'll want to open it up. Hold that there. Just let the face relax open a bit more. Just let it sit open at address. There. That's it. Right, then from there, left elbow folds. See how there's less left to right on that?
I'm completely losing it at the moment. I'd seen it at the end, obviously.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was no left to right curve on that. It's actually come out in a way. It's come out in a way where, because you haven't gone closed and then opened it up.
Yeah.
As you've hit it, you've started with it square. The left elbow stayed under, and you've just returned it back square. Okay. Which is great. Amazing.
Yeah, it felt nice and easy. Yeah, it does feel like a very different hit at the moment, but it's nice. It feels like, yeah, the club. For a while, I felt like my body just does like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, isn't like. But now it feels like the club is.
You're allowing something. The club to head to swing.
Yeah, definitely that is the right words.
Very good, mate. Very good. Is that a bit off the hill, Paul?
Yeah, I think so.
So when you get a shot like that, like when you hit a ball off the hill, that it's always going to curve a little left to right.
Mm-hmm.
So if that starts to happen as a consistent, so let's just say you hit 10 balls and you hit 6 of them off the hill, then you've probably got a distance from ball issue.
Okay.
Just give yourself a bit more room. If that's just the one swing, then don't overthink it. Yeah, fine. Slightly down the left side.
Yeah. We've had quite a few that have started out there and left. Is that maybe my hand's getting a bit too far across, maybe?
Yeah, a bit across, but also just be careful. I think you'll see on the camera in a minute that you'll just be careful you don't aim down that left side too much.
Okay. It felt like I was aiming right.
Yeah, no, just make sure the face angle sits a bit squarer, as we said.
So that's still too far, a bit more.
That's better.
So just let the club sit right.
Let the club sit, then grip it. Yeah, that's great. Okay, left elbow tucks under, turn. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, it felt nice.
Beautiful, mate. Very good.
Yeah.
Good distance. Okay, so while we're here, we've got about 10 minutes left. Let's just drop down to the bottom end of the bag.
Yeah.
So let's go down into some wedges. So in regards to wedge play, so let's say you're taking your 52 degree.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to quickly show you this. So when you're pitching, so let's say you have hit a nice tee shot on a par 4, ball's run because it's rolling, and you now want to be able to hit that green in regulation. So the first thing you want to make sure is that you're controlling direction, and obviously you're controlling strike. So if I'm going to hit a couple of wedges over the top of this first mound here.
Yeah.
So if you, I'll tell you what, if you pop yourself around this side, you'll see this a bit better. So the same process applies. So obviously backswing wise, I'm going to be a little bit shorter, weight's going to stay on my left side, all the pitching stuff we did before. And then from there, this is still going to sit on.
Okay.
And what that's going to do is keep the club out more in front of you. This elbow separates, your hands go left. Elbow comes out, very hard to control. And that's why I think you felt like you had to keep the club out this way.
Yeah.
But the problem is that would happen. It needs to be more under here.
Yeah.
So as you pitch it, look at my left elbow.
Yeah.
Sits under. Yeah. So again, just watch my finish position. So I felt like I've hit a great shot there because I've allowed myself to strike the ball well. Look at my left elbow. Yeah. Stayed there.
Yep.
Okay. I want you to play a few of those. Same process as what we've been doing today. I just want to get really good at keeping that left arm in check. So again, feet narrow. Open up your left foot a bit, mate. Turn around your left hip.
So I try and get the same feeling because at the moment I feel like I'm holding all my clubs.
Yeah, just make sure you start
let the club almost just sit.
Because that's going to help you with loft as well. It's going to give you a little bit more loft on the face, which will help the ball pop up a fraction more. So keep that left elbow under you, mate.
Did that not look like?
No, that was out. I can see it come out your left side. It's better. Feel quite tight.
Yeah, it feels very. I feel very small.
Really narrow. Yeah. Good. Yeah, tip top, mate.
Yeah, it felt like a really nice pick up.
Yeah, and again, that's like a perfect pitch if you're at like, probably with a 52, like, 70 yards, 80 yards, something like that. Good.
A little bit fat.
Yeah, a little fat, but again, like you've got the shot out of it.
Yeah.
Because you've controlled the club face and the left arm and all the good bits that go with that. Yeah, nice pitching action there, mate. Superb pitching action. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
You say feet maybe getting a bit too close together?
Yeah, that's fine there where you are. Maybe they're a fraction narrow. So same feels, same turn. Go for it. left elbow's come out.
I had a fly in my ear, man. I was like, should I stop? And I was like, no, I'm going to push through it.
I can see the left elbow came out because of it.
Okay.
Go on, so make sure the left elbow stays really tucked under there.
Almost, it felt like I started to. Maybe it sneaked out at the end, maybe.
That's a good delivery, mate.
Yeah, it felt pretty good.
So, very quickly, right, Paul?
Yeah.
Try and do an old one.
Yeah, the red flag's already going off.
Go on then, so show me how you do an old one.
Yeah, I feel way more aggressive. I've never liked swinging it hard.
No.
And I felt like then, I felt I was hitting from the top and the connection felt spiky.
Ready? So that was the one, that was the aggressive one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to see the difference.
Look at your, look, so it's club, hands, elbow.
Yeah, it's tight, isn't it? Yeah, it's nice to see this how the stand-up goes back to where we wanted it last lesson as well.
Definitely. Kind of ties in, doesn't it? Beautifully down on that. Mate, that's tip top. So good. Square delivery, using the loft. Club exits first, hands, elbow. Get outside the line.
Yeah.
Hard left
Yeah.
in the swing. Elbow, club, hands. Wrong order. Ball starts miles left, can't control the face.
Yeah.
Different move, innit?
Yeah, nice. It's nice to see and feel the comparison, especially feeling like how hard. I felt like I was like having to hit
Hit at it.
Yeah.
So again, go back to good one. Nope.
No, do you say?
Keep it. Keep that left. Keep that body moving. Weight forward.
Okay.
Left elbow tucks under. Very good.
Yeah, different noise, isn't it, when you...
Now, obviously, you could more of a pitch is going to be less of a full swing.
Mm-hmm.
So you could actually now just hold it there.
Okay.
So more like 9 to 3.
Yeah.
Like halfway up, halfway through. So same process, but just a bit more 9 to 3 now. Flicky with the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. So when you do that kind of shorter pitch, left elbow stays under,
Okay.
hands stay out in front of you. Lovely.
Oh, that felt so nice.
Lovely. So that's, you see, you've taken a lot of distance off that
Yeah.
because you've then controlled swing length.
Yeah, that actual pick up of the ball felt so smooth.
Yep.
So that's how we'd want the club to be?
That's too much loss.
Too much.
So just put, I would say...
Is it straight?
No,
Like-
it should have a slight bit shafty. That's pretty square there.
Okay.
The big one for you is what you don't want to see. Is you don't want to see that.
Which I think I've been doing quite a lot
You want to
recently.
keep the face.
Even when I try and do it, sometimes I'll in my mind, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So you don't want to lay it open. You just want, that's open, that's square. That's it. Keep the weight on the left. Close. Don't know if
yeah.
you tucked it under enough.
Yeah.
And the result's okay, but I don't think you tucked it, that left elbow under your chest. Great.
Yeah,
Your best. Which is that control element coming in. All right. So let's kind of recap where we are here today, mate. So to start with, you had that elbow that kind of worked, well, definitely worked away. You then had to flip the wrists and to control the face, and it was just, we've got to take it to the next level now.
Yeah.
You know, we've done so much good stuff that you've kind of found that wall, which every golfer finds, and you've now got to punch through it. And to do that, again, you've got to control the face better to help you hit more greens, to help you hit more fairways, to also be able to start to just flight the ball properly, with less of a hit and more of a swing. So now it's like, right, left elbow tucks under, and then just turn into that finish.
Okay.
Hand should sit a bit narrower to the head, which is, like you said, you felt a bit small, but that's good. That way, because the left elbow folds, you don't have to flip the wrists as much. or talk. Square the face up. All right.
Yeah.
When you're pitching, just remember your little setup there. Feet narrow, weight forward. We've done that before, but like I say, just make sure you hold those fundamentals right.
Yeah.
Just get really good at that left elbow staying under. I almost want you to let me know when you're like, I'm actually getting this going.
Yeah. I think I booked us in for a lesson Monday the 6th of June.
Perfect. Yeah, so that sounds
a few weeks away.
That sounds about right. It's 4 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that sounds perfect. Bit of time there. Just get really good at that. Don't overthink anything else apart from, because this works. I'll send you those videos over.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Happy?
Sweet.
Well done today, mate.
All right,
Top man.
I'm going to go to work, but I'm actually finished at 4:30, so I'm coming back here because I need to
that'd be good.
after.
I will be here. Got Mizuno demo day today. Yeah, very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, no, that was